this coffee right here, man.
See,
I
everything is just aligning itself up in perspective because so many things you found, so many things we were making assumptions, but now this just makes things all more real.
yeah, I'm with Nelly. It seemed like everything you've been saying, it's like all this shit it's starting to make sense now.
Make sense.
Who this nigga really is and where he come
It's
from. It's
coming
just
full
it all makes
circle.
sense. It's starting to make sense to me now.
I'm
Well, her
telling
talk.
you, the Matrix is Babylon. You know, um, oh my God, putting people
Goddess
in.
of More says the New Year's ball dropped for real. I'm sorry to cut you off. She said the New Year's ball dropped for real.
Well, right. So Babylon is the Matrix. That's his favorite movie. Putting the girls in the closet. That's probably something he experienced as a child. Um.
And the
Oh.
Babylon part comes from the Bible, which
Well,
he knows back and forth.
oh yeah. Speak preaching so much and want to have Bible
Mhm.
study. I
Mhm.
mean,
He
you
been
got
he so basically he was being groomed to be who he is and didn't even know it at the time.
no. I think he got syphilis and it went to his head because if you read no, no, but for real though, syphilis will fuck your mind up if it
Mhm.
goes untreated.
Untreated. Mhm.
And I really think maybe he got something ahead of what he currently has, and it festered because there's no cure for syphilis, and it
I.e.
fucked
Al
it up.
Capone.
Yeah, that's what killed Napoleon too. Back
That's what killed Al Capone with syphilis.
Word.
King Beck
I'm not for sure. Shout out to King Beck
really.
up in the building. What's good,
Hey
King Beck?
guys,
All right, peace. What's going on?
what's up, everyone? Oh my God, I'm so
Lord,
confused.
Lord.
You confused? What's going on? Talk to me.
I don't. I've been trying to
I
catch
believe in
up, world, because I only, I've been working, so I only got to see like two of your most recent video. I was watching some of the girl, I guess that was on here. Was that the same
No.
girl?
Yeah, that was her.
Okay, so I was watching some of that earlier, and then I stopped because you came on Bingo, so I just decided to come watch you live now or whatever. So. I just wanted to ask a few questions. So this dude was in a mental hospital, right?
Facts.
That's what she said. That's a okay. And a church group home.
So to
not by
say,
church.
but she didn't say it was a group home. Nelly, can you kind of explain that part if you want to?
Okay, the people were adopted. Well, they became foster parents, and so he was their foster child. But they also, I guess, were the owners or a pastor and of a church and everything. And so he was there in that church for a number of years in that family, and
Of
went to
street.
a Christian school and things of that nature.
Okay, wow. Oh yeah, that's crazy. But like you guys were saying too, it's all
Hold
kind of
on.
making
Hey,
sense.
Becca, if you got a TV playing this song, can you kind of turn your TV down?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna
Okay,
move a
bet.
little bit.
Okay.
It's just gonna be a little dark where I'm at because I don't want the cameras to see.
Girl,
hey
that's so
Nelly,
in the
Yes,
Nelly,
closet.
sir.
Nelly, let me
Yes,
ask you
sir.
something. So Bishop, so the Mr. Bishop was a pastor.
I'm unsure about that, but what World has uncovered is there is a lady that owns the church. Well, churches and a lot of property, and I believe she was married to the Mr. Bishop,
Right.
Okay.
and Mr. Bishop them own this church. She
Uh,
now Miss Candy said she doesn't know of a Mr. Pope. So now we're kind of believing, as we have been all along, that he made up a fake name and Mr. Pope was really Mr. Bishop.
Why do y'all think that Clubfoot tried to cover up this whole Bishop? He didn't want this to be exposed so bad.
He
because you
don't want nobody
I
to
mean,
know.
he
Cause
acts like a gangster so much. Why would he
this the
want
real
to be
him. I
portrayed?
think
Yeah.
if we find out who the Bishop was, we was gonna find out who he really was, and I think that's what he was scared of.
well, not only that, speaking against the white man so much, and you was raised by the white man, just don't sound
Right.
good.
Correct.
And I
And
had that's what. And I had asked her the other night was no, I asked her the other night was the Bishop's white or black, and Somebody said they ain't know. Yeah, that was the question I wanted to know, was they white or black? But
Yeah,
shit, that man
he
lily
just
white.
want
That's
to
a old
expose
lily
that
white
information.
man.
I'm gonna make me a
Mm-hmm.
pilgrimage to Jacksonville, Florida, because it's right down the street from my house. And I'ma sure go find out on some real Beam Team bullshit. I'm gonna go
Now,
look.
all of us are parents, and we know children are very impressionable, and they pick up on everything, songs, anything. So whether you're doing right or wrong, that child is gonna pick up those things, them conversations that you're having, how you react to people, how you deal with people, you know. And this is, I believe, it was learned behavior, but it is something that that has been evolving with him through life. And what you must understand is that he was born addicted to crack. So things started from him in NATO. You understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a difference, you know. If you weren't born a crack addict like I wasn't, I don't think anybody else was. But
Thank
I know of a child that was born addicted to crack. And so I have watched him for a while. He's 30 years old now.
How would
And
that happen? Because your like parent was doing it like
your
while
mother
they
was
were
doing it
pregnant?
while she was pregnant, correct?
Okay.
Correct. In NATO.
Well, how long does that have to happen for you to become addicted to crack when you get born?
let's see.
I mean, I believe
Oh,
it's just
okay.
like an adult. You can do crack one time and get addicted. So what's the difference for a child?
I just wanted to know because, like, where I grew up from, like, honestly, I know a few people who parents did it, but they're nothing like him, number one, and they're not addicted to crack.
But they
I
also
got
say
a,
that
I got, but
schizophrenia too.
I got a couple of partners that's crack babies, and a couple,
Yeah, there you go,
and
like crack
It's
babies,
always
that's
something
how we
off
would call
kilter
it. Like,
about them. It's always something they're either heightened in their emotions or they just all the way down. So they go from 100 0 to 100 real quick.
true, I could
So do
see that.
you crack baby stuff, or do you think he really had schizophrenia?
I believe that there's a few diagnoses. I
Okay.
don't think there's just one. I think there's a multiple, uh, there's a plethora of diagnoses going on with him, mentally, emotional, physically, and all of that. You know,
but but
it's
I-
not
but
just one thing.
but what I'm not gonna do is allow that to be an excuse for the shit that he do,
Correct.
because I
No,
know
it's
people.
definitely not an
Yeah,
excuse.
I know
Thank
people that deal with, they got them same problems, schizophrenia and anxiety and all type of stuff, and they don't conduct themselves in that manner. So we can't let that be an excuse, like, being no crack baby, or yeah. And I'm not saying y'all are, but no, we not gonna give them that pass
No,
to
we're
say
not.
No,
that.
but I do agree with her and definitely think that he does have something personal disorder or something because like I could watch his live and he could be all cool, calm with the nature, eating fruits and stuff.
you.
And then 2.5 seconds, his lip is twisting up and he's acting like he from the hood, calling everybody niggas and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't understand because it just takes the littlest thing to make that guy flip. I sometimes be thinking it is like World say, just a script. Like the dude be bored, he not getting the attention that he wants, so let him act like this, and then he'll probably get the attention that he's seeking.
He seeks a attention no matter good or bad. And
Hmm.
that's where the problem comes along. And if we're gonna dive into this male's life as far as this cult, you have to take everything into account. And I ain't saying, by no means am I saying you have to give him a pass or an excuse, but it just helps you to understand what happened from step one, two, three. And when he's been not showing so many parts of his life, when you see that, it makes you understand it more.
Right, it seems like he's running away from that so bad, like from his real self, which he likes to
he
proclaim so
he
much,
got
right?
something he's
His
running
real
away
self.
from.
And it seems like he's running away from his real self because this is all of what really has happened to him and really transpired. Not all that jail stuff he be talking about. I wrote that in the comments earlier. Like, it seems like the jail is equaling the hospital he was in or whatever, and he's like making his own little scenarios. Maybe some of the truths of some truths that happened when he was in the mental hospital, but also twisting it up, to benefit his scenario and story.
It's
But when
to
can
make his persona that he wants. He wants to portray a hard man, and I done did this and did that. And we done
yeah.
found out he done came from the suburbs with white picket fence. He done lived on silver spoons and everything. And you've been talking about you was in Wagner Projects. I don't even
Because
know nothing
I
Like,
about
kind of
Wagner
felt that. I
Projects.
felt that in my heart from watching him from day one. But I I'm from Brooklyn. I don't really travel to Harlem or Queens like that. But I'm 30 years old and I was born and raised in Bed-Stuy, Sumner Projects. Like, so watching him talk just kind of didn't sit right with me, even if he is from Harlem. Like, I've met people from Harlem, but it just didn't sit right. Nobody goes that hard, to at least from us, the
Hey, Miss
people I
Me.
walk around and
Welcome,
stuff. Nobody
sweetie.
go that hard to try to
Hey,
make
Miss Meat.
themselves seem.
What's
Hey,
up,
Miss
y'all?
Me. Yeah, to
Yeah,
make
when
themselves seem so, hard and stuff. Like, out here, you say what you say it once, you say it twice. By the third time, you gonna stuff a nigga or you gonna leave him alone. Like, that's that on that. I never really understood that. And then he always used to say that all the time. I'm from Harlem, Harlem, Harlem. I'm like, I've
yeah,
met several Harlem
he from
dudes and
Harlem.
none of them ever act
Like
like you, bro. Like, what?
yeah, he
No,
from Harlem and
I
shit. Like Harlem,
agree.
like Harlem was supposed to be some shit that just make a motherfucker just be afraid of you or whatever. No disrespect to Harlem. Shout out
Yeah,
to
no.
Harlem. Miss Meat, shout out to Miss Meat. Everybody, the panelists that's tuning in right now, Lord, Self Gang, everybody that's up
Lord,
in,
Lord.
anybody that's new that come in, we always respectfully acknowledge the person. It don't even make a damn if we talking about some super exclusive shit. Just acknowledge the person, that's tuning in. But if a person is, within mid sentence or whatever, let them keep talking. Let them do what they do. They'll come back in with that Jim Jank. How you doing, Miss Meat? What's going on?
Was good. But how do we know he was really a crack baby? Dust balls lie about everything. How we even know he was a crack baby? His mama might have died
Mm.
of childbirth. Who knows? I got some friends who died while they was giving childbirth. Who knows he was even born a crack baby? This nigga got a whole silver spoon in his mouth. He was raised with a backyard with a fence with some grass, motherfucker, like green grass. This nigga is a whole liar.
Correct.
Oh yeah, he be lying like a motherfucker now, and that's the thing about it too. Like anything that's gonna like garner like sympathy, that's what he's gonna act on. He gonna drive that hard. That's why it's always a thing about what people are doing to him. Y'all did this, y'all did that, whatever. See, now you can get a better definitive understanding of who he's actually talking about. He's talking about the person who physically, sexually abused him, tampered with his motherfucking ass. He ain't
oh,
mad at none of us. You feel me? He
oh, he
mad at that person.
like
He just
for
see
real, but it's all
those in that is his demon that he's not facing. Okay. See,
Correct.
until he face that demon, he ain't gonna be able to go to the next level with that thing. He done mastered manipulating the women. He done mastered getting fuck niggas to listen to him and follow him without contesting them. See what I'm saying? Once he conquered that, then he'll be able to move to the next stage. But he can't do that. That's why he want other people to talk about the stuff that they did. That's why he find delight in them explaining how they got herpes and various other STDs when they committed secretly with family members and all that. He get off on that shit. Let's have a real nigga moment. Let's talk about it. See, he'll have a real nigga moment with them but won't have a real nigga moment with them asking him shit like, why can't you speak so much about your family, but our family has to be abandoned and casted away? Everything is, so Babylon dealing with your family, but you can have your daughter, you can have Vel, you can have everything related centrally to you except for that. Think about it now. Think about it.
but what does he always say about these generational curses? What generational curses he had?
None. He had a gated community. He was right. Did y'all see how green that grass was? I'm not knocking green grass. I'm not knocking niggas. People who was raised that well with a gated community and a white picket fucking fence. But he hollering about Wagner Projects. That nigga probably won't even step in Wagner Projects. They'll slap him like a bitch. He's a whole dumb
Hmm.
ass liar.
Wait, but where was that? That's the video that I was watching earlier, World, that I stopped to join the live that shows the. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yes, Carter. Okay,
Uh,
go out there. Bye. Thank you. Okay, yeah, where they show the houses and stuff at. Is there that was that video that I was like started to watch, but then I stopped. The one Miss Meat is talking about where it showed like the picket fence or the grass or whatever.
yeah, that's the bishop's house.
Yes, yes, you need to
I
go back
just
and
want to
look at
know
that
what
video, the
video it
last.
is to watch because I was started watching one video today, but then I stopped because I joined Bingo to see the live. But I wanted
Yeah, you
to
need
I
to
want
go
to
back and
watch
look
it
at
like
that one.
after the chat is over and stuff. I'm gonna go watch it, catch up. Sometimes I get to watch. Sometimes I get to catch y'all live. Sometimes I gotta rewatch it because I be working.
No, what it was he put actually in in his last live he have the pastor bishop or whatever he is bishop sitting on a how they used to have the brick stumps in front of the great yards and stuff
Hmm.
with I don't know if her name Penelope, but they so white. I'm sorry for that. Her name look like it's Penelope.
Marsha, that was
It's
Marsha.
the grass stuff. This nigga wasn't raised nowhere near no damn projects. That's why he gotta holler, I'm a real nigga 100 times a day. Our
Hmm.
nigga was
Maybe
first.
that's what they called him in his group home. Maybe
Thank
they called him nigga because, if you think about that Antoine Fisher movie and Candy was talking about Antoine Fisher, that lady did refer to that boy as what? Come here, nigga.
yeah, but listen, y'all.
She always did. She always did. And that's the thing though. And like Candy was saying about Antoine Fisher, and you actually talking about the grandmother or aunt or whoever that she was. She always made a point to call him a nigga, always to degrade him, always to what I'm saying, like low rank his ass or degrade him, so to say. And about what she was saying, even about the DMX shit, how he take beats, like bits and pieces from different people's life. He really in his mind be thinking like, like that shit him or whatever. That's why I keep telling y'all about Bigfoot, man. He a whole lot of character, man. I told y'all from the beginning, like this type of shit motherfuckers do, man. Like I done seen motherfuckers with him locked up before. I done met motherfuckers like him that just talk all day. Don't be talking about shit. Ain't trying to make no money, trying to progress, ain't trying to teach a motherfucker nothing. Now he wanna so-called teach a motherfucker something, but at the same time, mind fucking everybody else that he's around. I get it. That's why he can sit over there and have them fraudulent, fictitious ass, never-ending, non-destinational conversations about astrology and astrological theories, and always dating back and giving praise and credit to a European man, Bruce Lipton. Now it's
Hmm.
not ironic why he speaks so much about Bruce Lipton and why he gives energy to the European man, Bruce Lipton, as opposed to him being God and God body and being Christ conscious, but never speaking about people like Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad or Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Never. Now, he heard me just say that. He might speak on it now because Ms. Meach, he watched the channel.
We
Yeah,
The
all
channel.
know. We
He was
know.
just in the chat.
yeah, and
Word.
one of his gatekeepers are over here listening. They might comment in a minute, but world.
Get
I
real.
don't
Hello.
say this from
Welcome.
the people don't. They might watch you, but they don't listen. They don't listen. You've been saying this from the beginning. I've been saying this from the beginning. This nigga's a whole. Who's to say his parents are even dead? I know, his mom and daddy and his eyebrows. World. I heard you ask about his eyebrows right quick.
Hold
Remember?
on. Don't forget to acknowledge the person that just came in, and then you proceed
I
with what you're
I
talking
did
about, so they
well.
don't think you're being
Well,
funny. But
I did try and speak to her alone.
Welcome, baby. Welcome.
welcome. But
Welcome.
his
how you doing,
eyebrows.
Gabriel?
His daddy has those eyebrows. He showed a picture. His daddy's eyebrows are exactly like his. Just
Candy say that's not even his daddy.
Right.
no
Hmm.
look alike. No. They eyebrows are the same. They look alike. Like that's his that if that's not his daddy, then damn it, they need to go on Laura Lake's paternity court because he looks like that man. The
No,
eyebrows
he's a habitual liar, not a
like that.
chronological. I'm sorry.
Hey, I don't know if that's his daddy or not. I'm just telling y'all what Candace say. Candace said that's some random picture that, Candace said that his daddy was in the he said his daddy was in the service. His daddy was
Correct.
James Bond. His
If
daddy
if
was
I showed you
Dolomite.
if I showed you a picture of my uncle, you would think that my uncle was my daddy, but he not. I
Right.
got cousins that look like me, and they mama ain't my mama. You know what I'm saying?
It
Like
just
straight
be
up.
like that
Yeah,
sometimes.
like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I got like third and fourth cousins where like their aunt can look like they could be my sister. So that ain't nothing to get a picture and be like, this is my daddy and this is my mama. Because the woman that he showed that was his mama didn't look nothing like him. Now I can look at my son. My son got my face, but he got my height, so to say. But then my daughter, she looked like her mother and my mama too. But she did at certain phases of her life, through certain stages. She took on the facial structure of different family members, and that's even dealing with DNA within itself. Now, he could have very easily had that photo that he found online, or somebody sent it to him, or he seen it on Facebook or whatever, and said, "Hey, you think this look like me?" And then ran with that. Because for what we knew, and what even his brother Leonardo didn't tell us was about, Mr. Bishop and who he actually was. See, he went into, great length and detail to explain Mr. Pope, somebody that no one even knows or can even verify to see if that shit real anyway. You see what I'm saying? Think about it
Yep.
now.
Yeah,
Yep.
And
Think
that's
about it.
where the saying
but
"you
have
ain't
you
got a
heard
lie to kick it,"
puh
and he
like
lies about everything.
like puh like that man spit him out per that picture. Whoever that man is, if that's his uncle, they all inherited that look then, because it's like
I don't
puh.
think he looked like. I don't think the dude looked like him. The only thing that was about him was he had his eyebrows. That's all that it was. I don't think he looked like him. Like it's people that's done told me that I look like people and I don't look like them, but they think I look like them, but I don't. And it's just certain shit, like probably my eyebrows, the way how they bushy and shit or whatever. But
Them
I don't think
falling
that the
features.
dude looked
I
like him
appreciate
at
that.
all. I think he looked like he could be his uncle or maybe like
What's
his
that,
uncle's
sweetie?
cousin or some shit or whatever. But I don't think it looked like. Now, if you would have seen the pictures of my mom and you see me, you'd be, oh, that's his mom. You see what I'm saying? But that dude, no, because see, then again, too, you got to think about this too. Is me like with that picture and as old as what that picture was, you didn't see him, but you seen the guy and that woman. Man, that dude was about damn 65 years old. How was that his daddy?
Right.
You
Well,
think he took that picture like off the internet or something?
well, the man was
Yeah,
just on
some damn well. Some damn well. Like, come
It
on,
did
man.
look
He's
a
like,
little
when
fishy when I seen it, but I'm like, hey.
forever.
let me
But
say
Forever.
one
it
thing.
was
Let me say
fishy
one
to
thing.
me because
This
I
one
felt
thing that I
like,
noticed. This one thing that I noticed. So I don't mean to cut you off, but like I
it's
say, you
okay.
you from upstate. You done noticed this too. But when you see people whose parents are older, like I got a homeboy whose parents are older. When people's parents are older, they got old fingers. Like they fingernails be like circled over and shit. Like when they mom and dad older, because at
Yeah.
whatever stage that the child was conceived, that's their facial and physical like anatomy, so to say. Like they toes and toenails be looking just like how the person look. Like I know some people like people like not trying to be funny or talk no shit, but like people like Curtis Snow and like how his hands and shit look. Like you can tell that, you know what I'm saying, his people was older when he was conceived. You know what I mean? It's just the way that it is. And like when I look at him, I can tell he definitely came from older parents because being that he's a melanin, his skin, he didn't facially, he's not doing too good. If he's, Puerto Rican and all this so other stuff, like his hair does not even denote of being Puerto Rican. You see where I'm coming? You see where I'm going with this? Like it don't make sense.
Right.
I'm not Puerto
Listen,
Rican.
supposed to
I'm
be
not
Puerto.
Puerto
I'm
Rican.
Puerto
Look at my hair.
Rican.
Look at my hair. Look at my hair. I'm not Puerto Rican. Look,
I'm
I ain't Puerto
actually
Rican.
Puerto Rican and black. My mom's full Puerto Rican. My dad's full black.
Yeah, but I done seen your hair on the pictures, and that's what I'm
Yeah, I'm
saying. Your
good.
hair.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
Okay.
mine.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But his ain't no Puerto Rican here. He don't look Puerto Rican at all. Okay.
He
Now
said
what
he
he
was
did
Puerto
was,
Rican. I missed that.
man,
I'm
the dude
sorry.
said, man, just like at one time the dude said that he was a tourist and something else and all that other shit. He said a whole bunch of shit. You know, when he recanted it, like his astrological sign. But when he said the stuff about being in Puerto Rico and inherited land and all this shit or whatever, man, his daddy, man, look here, man. This dude is front, man. He
I
front. He
I
front,
definitely
man.
believe he just has an
He front.
Airbnb out there. I don't think there's no
He ain't got
family,
no.
no
He don't have
land.
no. He don't have no Airbnb. Miss Meat, please explain it to him. Please explain it to
Okay,
him.
so
Please
he's
explain
still
it.
in he's still in the house in the daytime when he want to take pictures. They are literally sleeping outside in tents, and he got $200,000 because Shaka told us. But he's so goddamn cheap. He's so cheap that he don't want to pay for nothing. Now I'm gonna tell y'all about them Airbnbs right quick. Y'all see who he was raised with. Y'all see that yard in the background. This is why he wants to live good all the time because the
Correct.
bishops had him living in great spaces. He wasn't raised in no projects. This
Correct.
is why he want them nice ass Airbnbs because the bishops had him living good.
Right.
Mm.
You see that comment right
I
there? Not
didn't
to
know
cut you
all
off.
of
Not to
that.
cut you off. Not to cut you off, King Becker. But you see this comment right here by
He wasn't
someone said
left
he wasn't
anything
left.
from
The
his
one that
Yeah.
said
father in Puerto
yes,
Rico.
he said his roots is in Puerto Rico. That one.
Yeah, he did say
Okay,
that.
but can we just surmise it to this? He's the Messiah. Wouldn't the Messiah know when his birthday is, the time and date, the
The
day?
time and date,
Wouldn't he
yes.
know his
You know
ancestors, his
that's what
history,
made yes.
his lineage? Wouldn't he know all of that?
Yep,
I'm
that's what made that lady Candy, I think that's her name, make so much sense because it's like if you were adopted, if you were all of this stuff, you probably didn't have your original birth certificate. You probably had the short form.
Bingo.